Hello there. 1 year ago I planned on making something to automatize my Knex coasters. Now, about 1 year later and a ton of money, we have a result. Many setbacks. However, I won and the complexity lost. So let's go over it real quick. This is the control panel with the you could call it an on-off switch, but really I use it for the manual automatic mode switch, because this is going to be at a funfair exposition and I don't want people turning the knobs or pressing buttons and making the thing do crazy stuff. So I'm going to keep this key with me while at the expo and just put it on automatic. Then you got those fancy lights, and this actually does nothing as of now. This is for the gates, this is for dispatch. And they got this 5-meter wire all the way over there going into this little box which houses the relays and basically divides this long wire into many different wires that include motors, servos and sensors. And on the other side of this box you can see 6 different inputs labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is the power supply for the motors, which are powered by relays. So let's just take a quick look inside before I turn it on. It is a mess of wires, but it works. And people actually complimented me on it, how neat it was, and how I managed to fit this all in. You can see a couple of transistors, diodes, resistors, and some other stuff. Let's open this box. If I can open it, it's a little tight. I just do it like this. Here you can see the Arduino Mega, with a bunch of wires coming out of it, going into this little breadboard, with a lot of wires coming out of it. Houses some resistors, lots of wires, goes to the LEDs and the buttons. That's basically it. And on this side, you can, if you can see, it's a little dark. You have 2 holes, one for the USB cable, so I can make minor adjustments to the Arduino, and the power supply, of course, which is, I'm currently using it at 12 volts, but I'm gonna put it back at 9 volts if it is possible. Let's close this up. A tight fit. Just gonna put it like this. And then let's turn it on. I'm gonna keep this box open so you can actually hear the relays clicking. And you can actually see the result. And remember, this is not magic. It's all electronics. So let's turn it on. Currently it is configuring in the program and it's went quite fast. I'll reload the program. So right now it is at manual mode and you can see the green LED blinking, which means the train is ready to dispatch. Now when I turn this knob, the gates will open, this light will turn on. Now the gates close. It's all powered by the servos. Quite ingenious. And as long as I turn this knob and the red light is on, I can press this button, but it doesn't really do anything. It's just locked. You can't dispatch a train with the gates open. Safety feature. Let's turn on, and the green light starts blinking. So when I press this and hold it for a couple of seconds, green light should turn on. That is mysterious. It didn't turn on. Right, I'll look into that. But I did hear the relays clicking. Those 2 relays clicked, which means motors 1 till 4 are on, which are the motors for the lift. Now it is currently reading this sensor, sensor 1, until it's pressed. And when I press it and hold it, in a second the readers will click. Yeah, it's really silent. Yeah, you can hear it click. Now it's going for sensor 2, because the train passed the top of the lift, motors are off, and it's currently doing its job on the track, which is amusing people. And when I press this sensor, you can hear the wheels click. This means the train is at the brakes and the tire drive starts running and pushes the train back into the station. Now they will turn off as soon as the train hits the station, and the sensor, the wheels will click, and the entire program will reboot itself, because it's a little glitch I found that I could only run the program once and then it would lock up for some reason. So I added a little part in the code that resets the entire program, and it's a hacky fix, but it did it. So now the green button is blinking again, which means ready to dispatch. However, let's turn it into automatic mode. As you can see, it is loading something. Look, there it goes, flashing, means it's ready to dispatch. It's all hard-coded. So the gates open. The second gates will close. And the green button starts blinking, which means it's ready to dispatch. And look, now it turns on, so that's alright. The relay is clicked, and now it goes back to the sensors. So this part isn't hard-coded. So when I press the sensor, I'm going to show you the relays in a second, instead of pressing the sensor, because you already saw that. It will do the same basically, and as soon as it hits the last sensor, it will reboot the Arduino or the program, and it's ready for another train. So let's get the microphone real close to it. Maybe you can hear it clicking. You won't be able to see anything, but you can hear it click. It's a little longer, still debugging. Right, next. So now the brakes are on. Now the brakes are off. And the program is rebooting itself again. Let's turn it back to auto. Oh, I guess it already started doing automatic. It should be manual. You can only change the modes while the sensors are being read or just before the program starts. Because as soon as it reads an automatic, it goes automatic. It's a complex thing, and I needed some help from people to get it to work. But now it works, and I'm happy. I am the happiest man in the world. I nearly cried because of happiness. First thing I did was call Jochem and tell him about the good news that Project Phase is a go for the Funfair exposition. So see you at Oosterhout 2010. Bye guys.